And Mike Davis, founder and president of the Internet Accountability Project, has more than a few concerns about McCarthy taking the gavel. A warm welcome to you both. Looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike, let me start with you. So if a deal is struck and McCarthy is elected speaker, do you believe that this week of deliberation was worth it?
Well, first of all, I don't think Kevin McCarthy is going to get elected speaker. I don't think he should be elected speaker. He hasn't earned the votes. I don't think he will earn the votes. I think there are so many Republicans who are going to hold out no matter what deal is cut, at least 5. And so Kevin McCarthy has known this since the election 2 months ago, that he does not have the votes to become speaker, and he hasn't earned 218 House Republicans' trust in order to secure the speakership. So I just don't think he's going to become the speaker. I don't think this deal is going to work for him.
Jennifer, you know Kevin McCarthy quite well, and in the most recent interviews I've seen from him tonight on the Hill, reporters talking to him, he seems pretty set. He's not going to budge. Do you think that could change?
No, I think the next time Kevin McCarthy leaves that chamber for any longer period of time, he's going to emerge as Speaker of the House. Look, I don't know what more Kevin McCarthy could offer at this point to the detracting caucus members. He's offered initially that he could be recalled at any time by 5 of them. I'm told tonight he's brought that number down to just 1 of them being allowed to recall him. I can't think of anything else he could offer. Look, Kevin McCarthy, for all the conjecture, he's a conservative with a capital C, and so am I, by the way. I'm more of a Lauren Boebert type. I came up through the Tea Party movement. I'm a Second Amendment supporter. My campaigns will back me up on that. But look, Kevin McCarthy is too. He's got an A+ rating from the NRA. He's got an A+ rating from Grover Norquist and the Americans for Tax Reform, and he's thought of very highly by the Heritage Foundation. So I just think this is more about personalities and people jockeying for TV stardom and fame ahead of maybe even a potential 2024 ticket. I don't know what else he could offer these members right now than he's already done. Giving the power to just 1 of these committee members to recall him at any time, I think that's about as far as he's willing to go. And I think most reasonable Americans would agree that's a pretty darn good offer.
Well, I know, Mike, you say never, Kevin. You feel like there's no way this is going to happen. But, you know, Matt Gaetz said in an interview today, we don't trust Kevin McCarthy. Do you think that there's anything for these 20 that Kevin McCarthy could do to earn their trust and get this across the finish line?
Well, so far he's given them his shirt, his pants, his underwear, his socks, and he still has 21 votes against him. I don't know what more he can give. I agree. The problem is they don't trust him, and they shouldn't trust him. My biggest problem with Kevin McCarthy is he is big tech's biggest champion among House Republicans. He pretends like he's going to fight big tech. He takes their money and he does their bidding. And Jeff Miller, his top advisor, his longtime advisor who is running his speaker race, has taken millions of dollars from Amazon and Apple. So that's what we're going to get with Kevin McCarthy. You're going to have someone who's going to continue to do big tech's bidding. They'll censor conservatives and others with whom they disagree, including President Trump, and that's what's going to happen with Kevin McCarthy.
So, Mike, why do you think then that the majority right now supports him? And you obviously have these 20 holdouts, but why do the majority then support him if he can't be trusted?
Well, he does raise a lot of money from corporate interests, corporate PACs, including big tech, and he has a lot of money, he has a lot of power. He threatens members. I think if it were an anonymous vote, he'd probably get 1 vote for speaker. But yeah, these House Republicans need to fall in line.
That's just not true. By the way, speaking of money, he spent $2 million on behalf of Lauren Boebert, who, by the way, doesn't have a leg to stand on when she wants to talk about close races. She only just squeaked by in her race by just over 500 votes. So some of these members talking about these close races and not enough votes, they barely got reelected themselves. I suspect, again, what this is about is fame and TV stardom and maybe getting a chance on the ticket in 2024. It's really, I think, not that much about Kevin McCarthy anymore, given what he's conceded.
Well, a passionate debate on both sides. Hopefully, for all of us, this can come to a close pretty soon here. Jennifer, Mike, thank you both so much for taking time to be with us. Appreciate it. All right, moving along, what's going on right this moment. McCarthy is surely speaking behind closed doors with both his supporters and his opponents to reach a deal. Again, that's after 5 rounds of voting today. Now, last night, McCarthy did offer his caucus further concessions from what he indicated over the weekend. According to Representative Warren Davidson, McCarthy indicated he would make it a priority to restore public access to the Capitol, to place a cap on the spending of suspension bills with at least 5 days of notice before those votes, place limits on leadership reports, and to have more conference meetings ahead of key votes, among other items. Now, but what could be the most notable concession was McCarthy lowered the threshold for a resolution to vacate the chair to 1 member from the majority. And yet that didn't move the needle earlier today.